The gods blessed the starving villagers with food, but they complained it wasn't enough. They shot the god with arrows, and turned his arm into a divine tool, to endlessly produce food. After locusts destroyed their crops, many villagers were starving to death. The village chief felt helpless, desperately hoping for help. He sought the god's assistance. Suddenly, thunder struck and a god appeared. Before the chief could make his request, the god offered him a suckling pig. Overjoyed, the chief returned to the village, divided the pig into portions, and saved those who were near death. To show their gratitude, the villagers knelt before the god, who was moved by their sincerity, and granted them more food. People soon saw an opportunity, and built an altar at that spot. The god continued his generous ways, giving a suckling pig at every worship. But as the population grew, the food became insufficient. A terrible idea grew in the chief's mind. One day during the usual worship, when the god appeared, the chief suddenly shot him with arrows. The god had no time to dodge, and lost his life. With the villagers' help, the chief cut off the arm that could produce pigs. They transformed it into a machine that would generate electricity to stimulate the arm to create food. Everything was perfectly organized, with villagers working their assigned tasks. Suckling pigs on carts were dumped onto conveyor belts, processed into pork chops for distribution. The poor had to place their money on the conveyor belt, which went straight to the chief's vault. This invention made him extremely wealthy, and he moved into a luxurious palace. But his good fortune didn't last long. One day, dark clouds gathered near his home. With a flash of lightning, his palace was instantly leveled. Before he could react, the god's severed arm began to move. In an instant, the god appeared before him again. Terrified, the chief ran for his life, with the god in close pursuit. As he fled, he noticed this god was hideously ugly and extraordinarily fierce. With just one roar, all civilization in the village began to crumble. The chief ran faster, but stumbled and fell. His crown shattered into pieces. In that moment, his carefully built city and power were destroyed. When the god finally caught him, he still hoped for another chance. Their eyes met, and the god swallowed him whole.